Moving the goalposts, when no matter what you do, it's never enough. Manipulation Series, Episode 11. Some manipulation tactics are sharp and obvious, like gaslighting or guilt tripping. Others are quieter, harder to name, but just as damaging. One of those quiet tactics is moving the goalposts. This happens when the rules for success keep changing. You hit the target, but instead of celebrating, the target gets moved further away. It leaves you chasing approval that never seems to arrive. At first, it might look like encouragement. You did great, but next time aim even higher. But over time, it becomes suffocating. Nothing you do will ever be enough. What moving the goalposts looks like. This tactic shows up in countless ways across relationships, families, and workplaces. A parent says, I know you're doing well, but your sister already has kids. When will you catch up? A boss praises your work and then immediately says, now let's see you double it next quarter. A partner thanks you for dinner, then adds, but you didn't clean the kitchen, did you? A friend says, thanks for being there, but you should have called sooner. Notice the pattern? Your achievement is acknowledged just long enough to be dismissed. The goalposts shift the moment you reach them. It's not about growth or high standards. It's about control. The hidden cost of moving the goalposts. The damage of this tactic isn't always visible right away. At first, you may brush it off as normal feedback, but over time, it chips away at your sense of worth. The hidden costs include exhaustion, constantly working harder, trying to keep up with expectations that never stabilize, self-doubt, questioning whether you're ever truly good enough, anxiety, bracing yourself for criticism before you've even finished the task. Loss of joy. Achievements feel hollow because they're never celebrated. Eventually, you stop asking, did I do well? And start asking, what's wrong with me that nothing is enough? Why manipulators use this tactic. Moving the goalposts is powerful because it creates endless striving. When the bar keeps moving, you never get to rest. You keep chasing recognition that's always out of reach. And the manipulator gets to stay in control because they're the only one who decides what enough looks like. For empathetic or high achieving people, this is especially effective. You want to do well. You want to please. You want to believe that if you just work hard enough, you'll get the approval you desire. But the approval isn't the goal. Control is. How to respond when the goalposts keep moving. The way out isn't to work harder. It's to step back and stop playing by rules that keep shifting. Here are some tools. First, name the shift calmly. I notice that every time I meet the standard, the expectation changes. Naming the pattern out loud or even privately to yourself makes it harder for them to deny. Second, redefine success for yourself. Ask, am I proud of what I did? Does this align with my values? Hold yourself to your own standards, not someone else's moving target. Third, stop chasing their approval. Every time you exhaust yourself trying to hit the next bar, you reinforce their control. Instead, remind yourself, their shifting expectations are not my failure. 4. Set boundaries. A calm, firm response can be, I'm satisfied with what I've done. If that's not enough for you, that's your perspective, not my reality. Fifth, rebuild your joy in achievements. Celebrate your wins privately or with people who truly see you. Refuse to let your accomplishments be erased by someone else's impossible standards. The empowering shift. Here's the truth. When the goalposts keep moving, the problem was never you. The bar was never designed to be reached. It was all designed to control. Once you see this clearly, you can stop exhausting yourself for approval that was never meant to come. You can stop letting someone else define your worth. And instead, you reclaim the right to say, I am enough. My effort, my progress, my achievement. It counts, even if you can't see it. Because you are not here to live up to someone else's moving target. You are here to grow, to thrive, and to know your worth without needing anyone else's permission. In the next episode of the manipulation series, we'll look at flooding, when they overwhelm you with too much at once, a tactic that leaves you drowning in words, demands, or emotions until you can't think straight. If this reflection brought you a moment of peace or insight, please consider liking the video and subscribing to Purely Voiced. Your support helps this space grow and reach more hearts that need it.